Good morning, students. So yesterday we have solved sums till 5th one. Now today we'll start solving from 6th onwards. So I am reading the 6th word problem. A machine on an average manufactures 2825 screws a day. How many screws did it produce in the month of January 2006? Okay, so first we need to understand what is given. They are telling us that there is a machine which on one day, in one day it manufactures 2825 screws. Okay, so they are asking us that in the month of January for the year 2006, how many screws that machine can produce. So we know that the number of screws that the machine is going to produce every day is going to remain same. Okay, but in the month of January, since we have 31 days, it means that we have to calculate the total number of screws manufactured in 31 days. Since the number of screws is same for all 31 days, which operation we need to do here? Multiplication. Okay, so first we will write what is given to us. Number of screws manufactured in a day. So the number of screws manufactured are 2825. Number of days in the month January. So that is 31 days. So now we'll find the total number of screws manufactured. In January is equals to 2825 multiplied by 31. Okay, so now we'll have to do multiplication. Let us write it vertically. 1 5s are 5, 1 2s are 2, 1 8s are 8, 1 2s are 2. Now 0, 3 5s are 15, carry 1 and 5. 3 2s are 6 and 1 7, 3 8s are 24, 3 2s are 6 and 2 8. So that gives us total 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 8 is 15, carry over 1, 2 plus 4 is 6 and plus 1 7 and 8. So the total number of screws manufactured in the month of January are 87,575. So this was our 6th sum. Now let us solve the 7th one. Okay. So let me just clean off this. I'll just clean this. Okay. Now the 7th one. Now in 7th one, let us read the 7th one first. A merchant had 78,592 rupees with her. She placed an order for purchasing 40 radio sets at rupees 1,200 each. How much money will remain with her after the purchase? Okay, so now let us first understand what is given. They are saying that there is one merchant, and that merchant, she is having rupees 78,592 with her. So let us first write a merchant has how much money? Rupees 78,592. Okay, so this is the amount that the merchant has with her. Now she placed an order. She placed an order for purchasing 40 radio sets. So she wants to buy 40 radio sets at rupees 1,200 each. So that is the cost of one radio set. Now let us write cost of one radio set. That is rupees 1400. sorry, not 1400, it is 1200. Okay, so now we have written the amount she is having, the cost of one radio sets, and now the number of radio sets she wants to purchase. She wants to purchase 40 radio sets. Okay, so this is what is given to us. What are they asking is how much money will remain with her. Okay, so first to find the amount that will remain with her, we need to find how much money she has to give. So now how are we going to find how much money she has to give? For that we need to multiply the cost of each radio set with the number of radio sets she wants to purchase. Okay, so we'll multiply 40 by 1200. So now we'll find cost of 40 radio sets. So that would be 40 into 1200. Now I hope this multiplication you don't need to do vertically. Yes, it can be easily done horizontally. How many zeros are there at the end? 1, 2 and 3. So 3 zeros initially at the end. And now which numbers remain to be multiplied? 4 and 12. So 12 4 is 48. So this is the cost of 40 radio sets. That is 48,000. Now amount left with her. So whenever we want to find something left, which operation do we do? Subtraction. Amount left with her. So that would be equals to 78,592 minus 48,000. Okay. So this subtraction also we can do horizontally. 2 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. 5 minus 0 is 5. 8 minus 8 is 0 and 7 minus 4 is 3. So how much amount remains with her? 30,592. So you can write the final statement also. You can write the final statement as amount left with her is rupees 30,592. So this is the final answer that we need to write. Okay. Now we'll have to solve the 8th one. So before that, let me just erase this. Okay, now let us read the 8th word problem. Now what they have asked in 8th one. A student multiplied 7,236 by 65 instead of multiplying by 56. By how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? Okay. Now see, here what they are saying, that there is a student. The question that was given to student was that the child was supposed to multiply 7,236 by 65. But that child, instead of multiplying by 65, he has multiplied 7,236 by 56. Now obviously the correct answer would have been the greater one, because here we are multiplying by 65 and the answer which the child has got has to be the smaller one. Yes, because here we are multiplying by 56, that is a smaller number. So now the question is that by how much his answer was that the child was supposed to multiply 7,236 by 65. But that child, instead of multiplying by 65, he has multiplied 7,236 by 56. Now obviously the correct answer would have been the greater one, because here we are multiplying by 65 and the answer which the child has got has to be the smaller one. Yes, because here we are multiplying by 56, that is a smaller number. So now the question is that by how much his answer. Okay, now 8th word problem. A student multiplied 7,236 by 65. So the child, he multiplied 7,236 by 65. Instead of multiplying it by 56. Instead of multiplying it by 56. By how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? Okay, the child was supposed to multiply 7,236 by 56. But he multiplied it by 65. So his answer was going to be greater than the actual answer. Yes, why? Because 65 is greater than 56. So the question is that by how much was his answer greater than the correct answer? So now we have to find the answer. So here we are not going to multiply the numbers individually. Like I will not multiply 7,236 by 65, then 7,236 by 56, and then I will do the subtraction and find the answer. No, we are not going to do it in that way. Here we are going to use one property which you are going to learn in the next chapter. Okay. We have been using this property in smaller classes also, but the name we were not knowing. Okay. So how are we going to do? We are going to multiply 7,236 by the difference of these two numbers. Why did I use difference? Because I want to find that his answer was greater than the actual answer. By how much? So for that I need to use subtraction, and that's the reason why I have subtracted this. So the answer would be 7,236 multiplied by 9. Okay, 65 minus 56 is 9. So 9 6 are 54, 9 3 are 27 and 5, 32, 9 2 are 18, 19, 20, 21, and 9 7 are 63 and 2, 65. Once again we will do the multiplication. 9 6 are 54, 5 carry and 4, 9 3 are 27, 27 plus 5 32, 9 2 are 18, 18 plus 3 is 21, 9 7 are 63 and 2 65. Okay, correct. So his answer was greater than the actual one by this number. It was greater by 65,124. So now how are we going to write this sum? Okay. So we'll write student was supposed to find 7,236 multiplied by 56. He found the answer for statements. You can write in your own words. Okay. The statements, they can be any, but this numbers, this operations, they are going to remain same. Multiplied by 65. Then we'll write his answer was greater by. So now here we'll do the operation. 7,236 multiplied by 65 minus 56. So 7,236 multiplied by 9. And now the final answer. And then you can write the final statement. His answer was greater by 65,124. Okay. So this was our 8th sum. Once again I will explain here, because here they have given the hint also. Do you need to do both the multiplications? No, we don't need to do both the multiplications, since we are multiplying both the numbers by the same number. That's the reason why we don't need to do the multiplication individually. Okay. Okay, now the 9th one. To stitch a shirt, 2 meter 15 centimeter cloth is needed. Out of 40 meter cloth, how many shirts can be stitched and how much cloth will remain? So here first we'll write what is given. So here they have given how much cloth is required to stitch one shirt. A shirt requires, how much cloth it requires? It requires 2 meter 15 centimeter cloth. Okay. And the tailor is having 40 meter cloth. So total length of cloth, that is equals to 40 meter. Now if you will see, the shirt requires 2 meter 15 centimeter cloth. Total cloth is 40 meter. So here the units, the cloth length of the cloth, it is given in meters as well as in centimeters. So what we do for our convenience, we first convert it into centimeter. So here 2 meters 15 centimeter. So now we'll convert this first into centimeter. So 2 into 100, as 100 centimeter make 1 meter, plus 15. I don't need to convert this 15 because it is already in centimeter. I'll convert only this meter into centimeter. So that will give me 200 plus 15, that is equals to 215 centimeter. So this is the length of the cloth which the tailor requires to stitch one shirt. Now total length of the cloth, so that also will convert into centimeter. Total length, that would be 40 into 100. So that gives me 4000 centimeter. Okay. Now the question is, we have to find how many shirts can be stitched in this much length of the cloth, that is of 4000 centimeter cloth. So now here I know the total length. I know this much I require for one shirt, one shirt, one shirt, one shirt. So what we are doing? We are breaking this 4000 centimeter of cloth into small pieces. I know the length of each piece. What I don't know is how many pieces I can make. So here which operation we need to do? We need to do division. So here we will write number of shirts that can be stitched equals to 4000 divided by 215. So now here we need to do the division. So I'll rub the statements from here. Okay. Okay, now we do the division. 4000 divided by 215. Now this will take it by 1 minus 215. So 4 becomes 3, 10, 9, 10. 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 1 is 8, 3 minus 2 is 1, and this 0. Now we have to decide the second digit over here in the quotient. So 9 2 is 18. So we'll take 215 multiplied by 8. 8 5s are 40, 8 1s are 8, and plus 4 is 12. Carry over 1 and 2, 8 2s are 10 and 1, 11. Okay. So now let us try with 9. 9 5s are 45, 9 1s are 9, and plus 4 will give you 30, 9 2s are 18 and 19. So here we need to take it by 8 only. Okay. So now 8s are minus 1, 1, 2, 0. 0, 3, and 8 minus 1 is, something is going wrong in the quotient. So 9 2 is 18. So we'll take 215 so now 9 2 is 18. So let us try with 5. Sorry, not with 5 but with 8. 8 5s are 40, 8 1s are 8 and 4 12, 8 2s are 16 and 1 17. So 1 7 2 0 0 3 1. See, our remainder is smaller than the divisor. So how many shirts can be stitched? 18. The quotient will give you the number of shirts that can be stitched. And how much cloth would be left? 130 centimeter cloth would be left. So now let us write the final statement. So 18 shirts can be stitched and 130 centimeter cloth would be left. So here we complete our 9th sum. 2 more sums are there, 3 more sums are there, 10th, 11th and 12th. Those 3 sums I'll take tomorrow. Okay, so copy these sums in your notebook. First exercise I have already sent. I said I'll discuss the answer for that also once I complete with this exercise. Then after that first exercise, start writing these word problems. This is exercise 1.2. Okay, so this much was for today.